Hi there, I'm Jen, and this is the Roving Crafters, and it's Sunday, so that makes this Sunday stitch. For this Sunday, we're going to talk about how to weave in your ends when you're working with a yarn like cotton or linen or some other plant fiber. Now, if you were working with wool, you can kind of rely on the inherent stickiness, the stick together factor of wool to hold your ends in. But when you're working with plant fiber, you don't have that. So we have to get a little bit tricky to make sure that the ends don't work their way out. So let's flip this over. Now normally we'd be sewing in this end under this piece, but I'm going to use a different color, a contrast color, so you can see what's going on. One of the things we're going to make use of is the fact that cotton yarns, linen yarns, plant fiber yarns, they are almost always made with multiple plies, like that. And we're going to split the plies apart step by step along the way. And you can think of it as a process that allows you to really anchor your end into your piece. Now I'm going to do this with a little knitted swatch. There's no reason why you couldn't make use of the same technique with crochet. So let's see. You would start out, I'm just going to pretend we're weaving in a real end, not a pretend end, with the yarn whole and all the plies together. That'll make more sense. That statement will make more sense after we've gotten into this, like so. I like to work my way in an inch or so into the piece. And for now I'm using the very standard up-down method of going through the purl bumps on the reverse stockinette side. Now, once you've worked in a ways, it doesn't have to be very far at all. We're going to split the yarn down the middle. I'm going to take my needle out, push this aside, and I'm going to split this yarn down the middle. I have 4 plies, and I'm going to separate them into 2 plies on one side and 2 plies on the other. You can untwist your yarn a little bit, like that. Stick your needle in, and then pull your plies apart. Okay, so I have my yarn split in half, 2 plies on one side and 2 plies on the other. I'm going to thread my tapestry needle through 1/2 of my yarn. Now, as you can see, I've been working along this row of purl bumps, and for now I'm going to take this piece and go up into the row above. Just one little purl bump. Stop for a minute. Now I'm going to put in 1/2 of a square knot, like when you're tying your shoe, and you just do the first part like that. And then I'm going to keep going with this, weaving in using the same up-down method. Again, you don't have to work too far, because as you can probably already see, we've got multiple anchor points with this method. Like that. I'm going to remove my tapestry needle, bring it free, and then take this and split it again, because I have 2 plies I'm working my way down to just one ply. Okay, now I've got this half split into two parts again, and I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to use the same technique. Thread half of what I've got back onto the tapestry needle, go up into the row above into one purl bump, and then tie half of a square knot as an anchor point. And then continue on and work this tiny little ply, 1/4 of my original yarn, through a few purl bumps, like so. Now I'm going to do the same with this, and then I'm going to repeat myself with these two plies down here. One ply finished with, second ply finished with. I'm going to work on this next. Again, I'm going to take these two, thread them, and thread them through the tapestry needle. Go down a row, work my way over through a few purl bumps, and once I've done that, it's time to remove the tapestry needle, take it out, and split my remaining plies apart. There, like so. I'm going to take you and push you down one row through one stitch, and then tie my little half knot. And now I've got these two single plies to work in just for a little way, just for a little bit. So here we go. We've got the original yarn, all four plies together. Started here, split, split again, another split, until we've worked our way down into 4 single plies. Is it tedious? You bet. Is it a little time consuming? Yes, but it's very well anchored, and your cotton ends are not going to come out. And this is, of course, where I would clip them like that. If you're making washcloths, dishcloths, usually out of cotton, and of course those are pieces that get a lot of wear and tear and a lot of stretch, this may be a method that's worth the time to do. And of course, you can't see it on the front at all. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a try. And I hope you join me for another Sunday Stitch. Till then.